Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Priscilla. Now, today we're going to go ahead and do a tutorial on another Disney prince, which happens to be Prince Ali Family. I don't know the words. Anyways, I'm gonna pretend I know the words. So we're gonna do this particular picture of Aladdin when he's saying goodbye to Genie. So he has this really sweet smile on, like he's looking up, and it's just like, it's so sad, but I love Aladdin. And maybe after you do this picture of Aladdin, you can go ahead and put like Genie up in the corner. It'd be fun. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and make this side of his face. Basic guidelines first, as always. And then from there, I'm gonna go like that. Go up a little, over to the side. I'm gonna make this actually a little bit flatter. So you see, we have our basic guidelines for the face and everything. Now what I'm gonna do is, since Aladdin is kind of looking upward in this picture, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the middle of his face. We have the middle of his face. Now what I wanna go ahead and do is at least put together this side of his face. So since we have the middle of this line, what I wanna start off with first is his nose. Now his nose is a bit straight. It comes out just a little bit. And then it closes off like this. Now after that, what I want to do is we're going to give him one little nostril here. Nostril. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and close off the side like that. So if we get rid of this part of our guideline, then you see Aladdin's nose. Now of course this won't be like this. This isn't going to go all the way up to his forehead. But after that, what I want to do is I'm going to come off to the side over here. I'm going to make a top eyelid, top eyelash line. So it's like top eye line? I don't know. Okay. After that, I'm going to go underneath and then a bottom line. Alright. Now, since we are just like basically basing it off of this, we're going to say here's the bottom eye line. So that means we're going to jump over here, and you're going to go ahead, our bottom eye line here, and then we want to make sure it's the same size as over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's the same size. And to check, and make sure that both eye lines are the same. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I do for this eye is I start off pretty straight, curve around, come over here, and it's pretty round and like that. So then after this, you want to, okay, I know eyeballs are all round, but the side of Aladdin's eyeball is a bit round. And of course, his bottom eyelid is coming along at the bottom like that. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say his eyeball is kind of sticking out, but it's not. But I think it's just to like define the thicker eyelashes that Aladdin has. Now, for over here, the same concept, except we're going to go ahead and connect these two parts together. But once again, it's rounded and down. So we have these eyeballs, okay? Now, for of course, let's go ahead and jump inside and give him his iris, pupil, and everything. So we have one iris here. And then we have another iris here, still keeping it pretty round. Right? Now, of course, we have the shine of his eye right here in the corner, as well as over here. And then we jump inside. He has brown eyes, so I go ahead, or I'm just going to give him his pupil. Now, the thing about Aladdin is he does have thick eyelashes, but they're not like separated, they're a thick line almost. So if I go to this eyelid right here, you see what I just did? I just brought up the corner a little bit and gave a thick eyelash line. So I'm going to do the exact same over here. I come over and give a nice sharp corner, thick eyelash line. And the same as well as the bottom eyelids. He has not as thick, so if you have a thick line, go ahead and get rid of that. He does have eyelids, of course, so we have one eyelid off to the side over here, and it's almost touching his nose ridge, but not exactly. as well as over here we have another eyelid. Let's shape up his face just a little bit. So this is what I want to do. We're going to keep the height of his forehead right here, how we got it going on. What you're going to do from there is you're going to go ahead, bring out his forehead just a little bit, go in towards his eye, go down where you just leave a little bit of space between the eye and his face, and then we're going to go out just a little bit for his cheekbone. We're going to come inward, and then we're going to get close to his chin, and then he has a very round chin. You go up, give him a little bit of a jawbone. He has a very rounded face. So get rid of the guidelines. Alright, so we kind of covered up the guidelines a little bit. Now from right here, what I want you to do is, since we started with his forehead, of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and Aladdin has very thick eyebrows, very thick black eyebrows. Now, we go from his nose ridge, and I start here with the bottom of his eyebrow, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on top of that and box it off, and it's going to go off to the side. And of course you can go ahead, fill that in, because he has very dark eyebrows. So we have one right there, and then we're going to come over here just a little bit a ways. And you're going to go ahead and going to get kind of close to his eye with the bottom line and come on top. And you're just going to close off that eyebrow. I went ahead and just chopped that off and made that a little more boxier, so I chopped off the side, right there. For his mouth, I'm just going to start right here underneath his nose. Go ahead. Now, he isn't smiling fully, but it's just that, it's a painful smile because Genie's leaving. So we just go ahead and give that a little bit of a smile. And then you're going to come over here and give him his dimple. And then underneath, he's got a nice rounded lip. Go ahead and erase all those guidelines. What would be Aladdin without his nice, wonderful, luscious, handsome hair and his handsome self? It's so handsome. I love all the Disney princes, except Hans. I hate Hans. Okay. Anyways, alright. So what I'm going to do is, from right here, we're going to start at the corner of his forehead for his hair. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start up here, this way, up, and we're going to go ahead and build on top of that. So we're going to go up, and then we're going to give a little bit of a space here, and then for right now, you're just going to come down the middle, and then come on that side. So we have a little bit of a section of like bangs going on. And then after that, you're going to come over off to the side just a little bit, and you got another couple of bangs falling across his eyebrow and his forehead. And then we have a little bit of a section here where it's just this little itty bitty gap. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead like this. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and connect this all together. From over here, you're going to go ahead, bring this down. Alright, so we have this little section right here. You're going to make this a little bit flat, come on down, and then you're going to come back again, give it a little swirl here. Now stop there for right now, because we have to come back to his face once again. We're going to come up from this area right here, and you're just going to go ahead and give that little ghost image of an ear. Now, after this part of his section of his hair, we're going to come from this corner. That's going to chop off the hair right here. But then this part right here leads down to a sideburn. So we're going to go ahead and bring in that sideburn. but of course, right here, meh, go away. Top of that ear is gone. So we have our sideburn in this section of our hair. Now we can go ahead and come down just a little bit, down from here, from his ear. I'm just rhyming all over the place. And we're gonna give one section of his bare neck, and then another section underneath his chin. Right, so we have his face, his neck. Now that we have his neck, I'm gonna just go ahead, bring it down right now. All right, now we can continue the rest of this section of his hair. Now it's black behind here, and then we have a little swirl, not swirl, you just know of, a nice gentle curl. A nice gentle curl coming over into his neck, and then of course this curls inward and underneath the swirl, and this will connect like this. Now that we have this side of his hair done, let's jump back over to this side to finish off this side of his hair. Now from his neck, right about here, you're gonna come out to the side like this for right now. So we'll get back to this part of his, like his vest and everything, but what I wanna do is we're gonna start from the top, where we're gonna, here's this section of his hair, gonna go ahead, this section's gonna go out, back in, a little gentle curl, and then it goes inward and then down. So we have a little bit of loop, goes inward and then hides behind his shoulder. So back behind his head, of course he has his little fez, or whatever that is. I just think Doctor Who, and I think fezzes are cool. Because Matt Smith is Faye, and anything he says is cool. So I'm gonna just go ahead from this area right here, make a little line, and then I'm gonna make another little line back here. And then of course, I'm just gonna connect these two spots together, and we have his little fez. And of course, don't forget, Aladdin has, in this particular picture that I'm looking at, Aladdin just has flat black hair. But if you wanna go ahead and add a little dimension to your hair, of course, this part would be dark because it's being overlapped by some swishy bangs. Alright, so let's finish off the rest of Aladdin. Now, we have started his purple vest over here. Let's go ahead, bring down his neck just a little bit more. And as I'm curving inward with his neck, as you can see. Now, from down over here, bring down one side of his purple vest here. Now I'm going to come off to the side, right underneath here. And I'll make the other side of his shoulder. So I have this side of his shoulder. I'm going to curve this down for his vest. And then I'm going to go ahead. Underneath the vest, I go a little bit downward. Down and then round off his shoulder. Then off to the side. For his vest, it's going to curve inward. So it curves inward. And then of course down to the side. Over here we're going to go down. So we have both sides of his vest now. Now for his shoulder over here, I go ahead, round off his shoulder, and then his arm goes inward like that. And then we just see a little bit of an indentation of his armpit, whatever, just a crease in his arm. Alright, then of course this is purple. So we have his purple vest, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come a little bit down underneath right here, and you're going to make this kind of a bird looking thing. And of course it's his collar. Now if you want to, I know this is a bit one-dimensional, this particular reference that I'm looking at, but you can just kind of shade underneath his face right there. And of course you can shade his nose. Alright, and then of course you can shade some different places. Of course, come over to his ear, make a line there inside his ear. And then after his ear, there's one little line still over here. It's just a connecting part to his nose ridge. You go underneath and just give that little indentation. Alrighty guys, there is a fun, quick way to doodle Aladdin from from Disney's Aladdin. I know if you ever go to the parks, Aladdin does meet and greets, so you can go and meet him in the parks, and maybe you can doodle Aladdin and he'll sign it for you. That's always fun to meet awesome people like Aladdin. So yeah, that's great. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll actually see y'all later, possibly tomorrow with a Sketchbox video, and then Saturday I have something really cool, really cool surprise for you guys. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you click that subscribe button because I do post a tutorial every Thursday, and I do post a vloggity vlog every Saturday as well, on and off again at least. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like my Facebook page, and make sure you check out all the other videos I have. I don't want you guys to miss anything because it's a lot of doodling, crafty fun, vloggity vlogs, and all that fun stuff. Have a wonderful week. Bye!